Hey everybody, I'm back for picks and predictions for round 3 matches live here on YouTube. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful, dreary Sunday afternoon, at least dreary here in the Chicagoland area. So thanks for joining. I'm going to give you my picks and predictions along with some betting lines going forward here for the week 3 or round 3 matchups in the MLS is Back tournament. Make sure you guys subscribe down below, and if we reach 1,000 subscribers to get monetized by the end of this MLS is Back tournament on August 11th, one subscriber will be randomly drawn to win a $250 Visa gift card. Very easy way to get $250. We will get with you and send that over to you. I'm trying to give away some money, but you gotta spend money to make money. So here we go. Let's talk a little bit about some of the games that are coming up here. We're starting with the games tonight. My picks so far here are circled in red. The odds are there as well. So for tonight's game, we have at 7 o'clock Central Time, we have Chicago Fire and the San Jose Earthquakes playing each other. And Chicago Fire comes in at a plus 145. A draw comes in at plus 280. And San Jose at a plus 165. So my pick in this one, I'm going with Chicago Fire. They played extremely well against the Seattle Sounders. So I am picking them again to beat San Jose. I think that Chicago is playing well with their new additions. And Aliseda, Sekulic, Baric, those guys, they're doing pretty well. So my pick, Chicago Fire. Next up, Seattle Sounders at 9:30 p.m. against the Vancouver Whitecaps. Seattle comes in at a minus 162. A draw is plus 310, and Vancouver as a huge underdog at plus 425. So this one, Vancouver, they're missing too many guys right now. Seattle is the reigning champs for a reason. They are on the ropes right now with a draw and a loss in their last 2 games. They need to get, they need to get on the board here in this tournament. So I'm thinking Seattle gets the victory in this one at a minus 162. Now, we'll look at the next games on July 20th. We've got Inter Miami and New York City FC. Miami a plus 230. We've got a draw at plus 270 and New York City at plus 110. This one, New York City has had a really, really rough start to the tournament. So I've got to go with New York City. They've got to straighten something out and get a victory in this one. And nothing better than expansion side to do that. Although Inter Miami playing okay, but not at their best. So my pick, New York City. Next up, Philadelphia Union and Orlando City for the top of Group A. We've got Philadelphia coming in at a plus 120, a draw at plus 260, and Orlando at a plus 210. This one, I can't see either team really breaking through on this one. I'm going to go with a draw in this game. The draw at 260 is really nice odds for 2 very evenly matched teams, at least so far here in this MLS is Back tournament. So I'm going with the draw in the Philadelphia Union versus Orlando City game. Now, the next game up, we've got on July 21st, Tuesday at 8 a.m., the Group C matchup between Toronto FC and the New England Revolution. Toronto and New England right there at the top of the group with 4 points. Both teams playing extremely well. Toronto is a plus 110, New England a plus 280, and the draw comes in at plus 225. I'm going with the draw in this game just because I think both teams are very, very evenly matched, kind of like that Philadelphia-Orlando game as well. So my pick is a draw for TFC and New England, both to move on in the group to the round of 16 matchups. Next up, Atlanta United and Columbus Crew. This is going to be a great game. Atlanta comes in at a plus 155, a draw at plus 240, and Columbus at a plus 175. This one, I'm going with Atlanta. Columbus is through to the next round. They've easily taken care of business. Atlanta has not. They are 0-2 in this tournament, and they have got to get on the board to have any chance of getting into the next round. And even those chances are slim. So my pick is Atlanta at a plus 155 to get the victory over Columbus. The late game on the 21st on Tuesday is Montreal Impact against DC United. Montreal comes in at a plus 230. A draw comes in at plus 220, and DC United at a plus 115. This one, DC United has not impressed me in this tournament until Pipe Higuain comes into play, and I don't know if he can put in a full 90 minutes. down there in Florida right now at his age and recovering from his injury. So my pick in this one is Montreal Impact to get a victory and at least get on the board in this tournament. And H. Huss says, congrats on 400 subscribers. Thank you very much, H. Huss. I really appreciate that. We are growing. I remember starting this thing and we got to our first 100. I was so excited. And then that coronavirus break hit and it slowed us down a lot. But now we're at 400 and we are on our way to 500 and to 1,000. We'll get there. I'll give away some money eventually. So Montreal is my pick at the plus 230 in this one to get the victory over DC United. Now, moving on to July 22nd on Wednesday, we've got Real Salt Lake and Sporting Kansas City. Real Salt Lake a plus 195. A draw is plus 270, and SKC comes in at plus 125. Sporting Kansas City, I think, is probably one of the best teams in the league from top to bottom as far as talent goes. So my pick is Sporting Kansas City. I'm not impressed with Real Salt Lake that much, so I'm going with them at a plus 125 to get the win on that morning game. Now heading into the evening games, we got FC Cincinnati and New York Red Bulls. We've got the Red Bulls, Alicia Rossi, the fan of the Red Bulls, who's been with us on a lot of our live stream reactions, just like you, H. Huss. She is excited about the Red Bulls, and they're a favorite in this game, a minus 118. Cincinnati comes in at plus 280 and a draw at plus 260. So Cincinnati did surprise some people by beating Atlanta in the last matchup there. Surprised me, that's for sure. But I see the Red Bulls beating Cincinnati and getting the victory there to move them up to 6 points in their group. Late game that night, Colorado Rapids and Minnesota United, a very, very good game. Minnesota at plus 110, a draw at plus 220, and Colorado at plus 240. Minnesota, another very strong team. They are missing a few pieces, but Luis Amarilla seems to be back. He put in a shift in the last game, and that helped them out immensely as well. Ozzy Alonso back in there. So no Ike Opara in the back, but still a strong Minnesota United team. So I am going with Minnesota at plus 110. And then the last day of games, July 23rd, Thursday. That one, we've got the Chicago Fire and the Vancouver Whitecaps. Because Chicago is playing tonight, those odds are not out yet. But my pick in this game is Vancouver, just because I think they'll try and get something out of this tournament. So I'm going to go with Vancouver on that game. Then you've got the LA Galaxy and Houston Dynamo. LA Galaxy is just a dumpster fire right now. They are a horrible team that just cannot get it going. There will be no Chicharito. He is out for at least 3 to 4 weeks with some issue in his calf, a strain or a pull or something. So my pick, Houston Dynamo. They looked strong against Portland in the beginning of the game against Portland, kind of faded away once Portland started to take over. But my pick, Houston Dynamo to beat the Galaxy, and the Galaxy will go 0-3 in the MLS's back tournament. Then we've got LAFC against Portland Timbers, the last game of the group stage. This one, LAFC comes in at a minus 167. A draw comes in at plus 300, and Portland a plus 400. I really flirted with picking Portland in this matchup. At plus 400, those are amazing odds for a team that is 2-0 in the group stage. LAFC without Carlos Vela. I really flirted with it, but I think LAFC with Diego Rossi is going to pull this one out because the Timbers are already through. So LAFC has more to play for in this game. That's the only reason why I'm going with them. But yeah, a very pretty bet there for Portland at plus 400. So if you're a betting type, which I'm sure if you're watching this video you are, why not throw a few bucks down on Portland at plus 400 odds? Definitely a decent odds there. So those are the rest of the games for Week 3, Group 3 of your MLS is Back tournament. So make sure you subscribe down below, like our feed, and help us continue to grow. We'll be on doing some live stream reactions. Our regular episode will be back tomorrow night, and we will do that, a live stream reaction, hopefully at least one in the upcoming week. And we'll see you guys very soon. Enjoy the rest of the soccer that comes our way right now before we head and take a day off. There will be a day without soccer on the 24th before the knockout round. So thanks for joining us. Talk to you guys very soon. Have a great one.